Very inspiring. Now, another security tender, which is, of course, the CCTV tender, has sparked controversy. The other controversial security-related contracts, known collectively as the Anglo-leasing, have not yet died down. But the existence of the Anglo-leasing scandals points to a dire need for scrutiny of one specific set of tenders and contracts, those concerning security. It sounds simple enough. If a contract is flawed, cancel it. But as KTN's John Alenamu now explains, walking the line between beating back corruption in security and protecting national security isn't at all an issue that's either black or white.
It started with a secret recording of a conversation. And after that, revelation after revelation of what, by many accounts, was the biggest con since the Goldenberg affair.
Very, very, very informative.
One key fact about the Anglo-leasing type contracts that is mentioned in passing but has real significance is the fact that these were all security contracts.
So what we learn from Anglo-leasing and security tendering is that if there is money, corruption money is highest in security tendering.
But why the secrecy around security contracts that the public will eventually pay for? 4 words: the Official Secrets Act.
We've come from a colonial perspective where security was used by the lords to maintain order and discipline. And they were not questionable. We couldn't question them. We couldn't ask anything of them.
The Official Secrets Act was indeed useful in keeping secret of Kenya's most crucial security acquisitions and maneuvers, but many security contracts, including to an extent the Anglo-leasing contracts, had stamped all over them the Official Secret seal of approval, hiding many, many sins. In days past in Kenya, if you were a journalist that was writing a story questioning security contracts here in a newsroom, then your editor would probably take a look at your story, tell you good job, and then after you've left his office, gingerly tear your story and throw it in a bin because it wouldn't go anywhere. But all that has changed with the advent of the new constitution, specifically with laws that enshrine access to information, public information, or information that is of interest to the public. And that's why the Anglo-leasing contracts, and more recently, the deal between Safaricom and the government on the provision of security infrastructure is being followed and watched and scrutinized so closely. But in scrutiny of security contracts specifically, how much information is too much information? And how secret is secret?
We shouldn't have a blanket situation where we talk of security contracts together per se. What is classified as top secret? That we would understand if we have the secrecy laws enforced. And what can be released without compromise to general security of the country.
Even so, there still are questions about oversight. For instance, how will the public know if our security forces are buying knockoff G3 rifles and paying for brand name guns, as has been alleged in the past procurement of G3 rifles? It's been very difficult to audit the budgetary allocations to our security institutions. Last year, during the media breakfast hosted at State House, I put the question of public scrutiny of security agencies to President Uhuru Kenyatta.
Matters of national security, again, we have to be sensitive in the manner in which they are approached and handled for reasons that are well known. But it's how to balance that with the need to ensure greater transparency and openness. But we want to look at best practices in other countries.
But even internationally, there may not be much solace to be sought.
This is a practice the world over. Corruption in tendering in China, in Indonesia, all those places is most rampant in security tendering, because that's also where you do your politics through. And I think that Anglo-leasing, the problem with it was not that money was stolen, but the problem with it was that the people who were stealing it were discovered eating with their mouths open.
My government has decided to install state-of-the-art high-tech security measures across the country.
As with the Safaricom government deal, parliamentary committees could be the country's salvation. Hopefully, unlike Anglo-leasing, parliamentary scrutiny can preempt not offer post-mortems of public theft. John Allen Amu, KTN.